Hello, everybody, and welcome to Shenanigans. How are you guys doing today? There are a lot of you, and it feels like an age since we played. So why don't we walk around the table and figure out who is who? We'll start with the man to my left or right, depending on perspective. James, who are you and who are you playing today?
I'm James. I run the Arcadia Wiki. We've had a facelift lately, new graphics and such. The background's messed up today, but there should be rotating backgrounds as soon as the code goes through.
Ooh.
I am playing Jacques Lawbringer. He's a paladin of knowledge and wisdom. His gods change their names sometimes. But, you know, it happens. Now Mathis Sappha. And his role is to just tell people the god's name changed and just be their PR agent. Like, he signed up to be this great heroic paladin, and he's just middle management.
Got it. On the way to greatness, but like stuck with that glass ceiling. Can't get promoted higher than like, tell everyone I've changed my name, please.
Yeah. Well, he's done Berkshire, but for some reason the gods just say, hey, just Berkshire for a little more, okay?
Just not everyone quite knows about it yet. You got to keep it going. I see.
All right.
See. Next up is Will. Who are you and who are you playing today?
Well, my name's Will, if you didn't get that. I'm playing Finnel Form. He is a Minotaur Ranger who's also a mage, and he's awesome. He's a cool duder. We'll learn more about him today, maybe. Or he'll be a dog again, and we won't learn anything more about him again.
Cat
Who
guy.
knows?
We got to balance it.
We'll see.
Yeah. Next up, we have Connar. Who are you and who are you playing today?
Hi, everyone. I'm Connar. Stuck in a gulag for 2 weeks. Still real salty about it, but I'm free, so that's good. I'll be playing Shag. He's a kobold wizard rogue, and of course he has his best friend with him, Nicrifer, a big-ass mechanical dragon. I was going through my spell list, realized, oh yeah, I know Lightning Bolt, so Neal's going to be fun. Neal's going to love that. And while I was in the gulag, I just want to show everyone what I built. So, oh yeah, it's a bunch of cans taped together, and then what's this? Nice old axe head.
So how tall is that?
It is slightly taller than I am, so it's probably like almost 6.5 feet tall.
Oof.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, yep, 6 beer cans, and then I cut up the box with a knife and taped it all together. So
nice.
It's good times. Good times.
Next up is Marc. Who are you and who are you playing today?
I'm Marc. Yeah, I'm playing Mech, who's the lovely, lovely chill dude that everybody loves, especially when he gives them mushrooms. Neal loves that part of it. I mean, Neal sold me the mushrooms, so I mean, he can't really complain. It's not even something I added to my, not even something I added to my character sheet when I created it. He's like, "Here, buy these." I'm like, "Yeah, I'll take 100." So we have them for a while. But yeah, I should have died last episode. I'm happy I didn't, and we're just gonna keep being chill. Yeah.
Don't do drugs, kids. Next up is Bryan. Who are you and who are you playing today?
All right, I'm Bryan, and I'm playing Admiral Jai, a Thrykean who's traveled to this area to establish trade dominance. I mean, voluntary trade relations with the people of this city.
Excellent.
What weapon do you use again?
I just use 4 my claw swords.
Understandable.
Yeah. Are you plated with any sort of armor?
I am my own armor.
Okay.
Mm-mm. So you're Edward Scissorhands?
No, it's people call me some gnomes call me a cyborg. I guess that's what people are calling me, but I don't know. I had to. I was in a big accident. I had to get my scales replaced with metal scales.
And we debated this last time. It is cyborg, not android.
We did, yes. We had a nice long discussion about that.
Plus,
we learned much.
He's a Thrykean, so he couldn't be a humanoid robot anyway. So,
well, does it have to be humanoid to be an android or a cyborg? Because cyborgs only exist of human forms.
Android and gynoid are for male and humanoid.
But then again, you could also stretch the definition of humanoid. Because relative to regular bugs, I'd say Thrycreen is
person
relatively humanoid.
Yeah, and I think these
Connor's
terms
got
developed
this.
for the creatures that exist in the real world, and it would be hard to. I don't know. You'd have to limit it specifically in a fantasy world, unless you're going to come up with like a different name for like multi-limbed species or no-limbed species. Like a mechanical snail would still be like a cyborg snail, wouldn't it?
Well, it depends. Is there an organic part? If there's nothing organic, then it's not.
Yeah, like a a normal snail, but with like a iron shell and laser beams attached to it.
Yeah, that's a cyborg.
Yeah. Okay.
There are snails with iron shells. What do you mean?
And laser beams?
No laser beams, but iron shells.
And which snail has an iron shell?
I forget, but it absorbs it and like puts it in its shell. I forget its name.
The first boss of Final Fantasy
Really?
Oh, time to Google.
Yeah.
All right, everyone, open up your Googles and look for iron
Scaly foot
snail.
snail.
Oh, deep sea hydrothermal vent snails? Oh, that sounds amazing. Shell's unique construction with 3 layers. The outer layer consists of iron sulfides. The middle layer is organic something that I can't pronounce. Wow. Being armored at the sides with iron mineralized sclerites. What a fascinating creature. We will learn more about this later.
Next week when we bring
My
up
next
the set
character.
again.
Next
welcome
week,
to my useless
cyborg
back to the week.
snails.
It sounds like a supervillain name, Mr. Iron Shell.
Oh, look forward to Arcadia 2000 when we've got lots of high-tech stuff.
We should do that one. Anyway, in the meantime, we're going to start off in ordinary, plain old shenanigans and cross our fingers and pray that Roll20's music works today, because it was dying yesterday a lot. Like, not yesterday, the day before, but a lot. But this one seems to be working. So, here we are in Shenanigans. Where are all you guys sitting as I try and figure out how many people are
with
in
my
the bar?
characters.
There are 40 people in the bar. It is 40% full.
Well, Neal, you seem to have misplaced the Shag and Nigrafer tokens, so.
I have put them in a folder dubbed Connar.
No, there they are.
Oh,
Yes.
and there's
Hey,
new
it's
spells.
tiny.
You can add spells to it now.
You are tiny. You're a tiny little kobold, and then you've got like a
that one
regular
doesn't
size
need-
Nigrafer.
Yeah, there you go.
There we go.
It's okay. I'll just draw my guy. It's fine. Oh wait, we need a free hand.
Maybe just get a token.
Jesus. I'm pretty
Oh
sure
my
that's
God.
smaller than it used to be.
Yes, it is. It's half size. Because tokens, when they're dragged into Shenanigans, are half size. So
Oh,
that's
nice job there. Cool.
So Neal hasn't fixed the shake size yet.
I got it. No worries.
No. Okay, got it. Well done.
Oh god, everything's broken. I'm gonna try and fix things while we talk. So, you're all hanging out in Shenanigans. What is going on? What's the
I'm
conversation
just
at the table?
Mystified by the mechanical dragon in the room.
I'm used to it.
I think I'm definitely talking to Shag and trying to recruit him. I think that he and his also droid creature would be a valuable addition to my mission.
Is it a robot? Is it a droid? What is it?
He's a dragon. Like, he's
I just have no
dragon.
knowledge of this. I mean,
It could be a metal dragon, right? Because they have there's like a
yes, he is a dragon made mostly out of a mixture between bronze, brass, and iron. Been trying to move over to steel. It's a long, expensive process. We're getting this slowly.
Dude, so like good dragons can be created. That's great, man.
well, everything's created by the gods.
Oh, that was created by the gods? Oh,
Yes.
No.
you're a
Well, I
god.
mean, sure, in a roundabout way.
Well,
An old cog wrench hammer bench over there. I had to beat the shit out of him to actually finish this, and I've been working on him since, getting the kinks out of him.
Yo, Cog Wrench is a god.
No, he's not. He's just a gnome.
No,
Oh.
he's not. Don't be blasphemous.
You guys are like talking like against each
Well,
other.
if the gods change names, how do we know they haven't changed a cog wrench? How do you know one of them hasn't moved names?
I'm pretty sure that cog wrench hammer bench is not a god. I've seen him bleed.
But the God of Crafting is still safe. Otherwise, I would have had that update and had to go around and update everyone on that too.
Yeah, so you guys are chatting about Cogwrench Hammerbench, the gods, where divinity comes from, what things should be named, when the door comes in, and who should walk into the tavern but Cogwrench Hammerbench, the gnome, the inventor, the tinkerer, the man who's always over budget and over time.
That's very fucking true.
Yeah. He walks in and looks around and claps his little hands together and skips over to your table. Gives you a deep bow and says, "Greetings, my fellow friends. It's good to see you here at the Ends. Do you have time today? Do you have time to play?"
Dude, we got all the time in the world, man. You want a mushroom?
No, thank you.
Play? What do you mean by play?
It smells kind of like goo. You know, fight with swords and sorcery and spells and magic and steel.
And payment at the end.
Of course, my friend. Otherwise, this quest wouldn't be very real.
All right, yeah. Let's see what you got.
A distant relative of mine has come to Footmire, and it is there that he has placed an object that I most desire.
Footmire.
He's a bit of an unusual gnome, and that's why he was kicked out of his home, but his notebook is most precious to me. So if you could get it, I will give you a hefty fee.
So get his notebook.
That's where wisps and giant worms are in Footmire?
Maybe. But you're not a baby.
Fuck.
He's right. You're not a baby, dude. He's got a point.
Hey, I mean, to be fair,
the records show like the greatest fighter, who's not Desmond and Lizzie, and went to Footmire, and it didn't turn out that well for him.
Are you sure?
The Rock, kill the Rock. Yes.
Are you sure he's dead? Couldn't he have just fled instead? Just because he didn't return to town doesn't mean he's permanently down.
Survivors of the fight said he died.
Who?
Who?
Okay.
Who?
Big Bad Kane.
Well, can you ever trust a man with bad in his name? It's just really
Probably.
not the same.
It sounds like this place is great interest. Maybe there'll be something we can gain from it. Yeah. Is he living out there by himself?
I don't believe he has any gnome company. But
Gnome company.
I don't know. I don't know if anyone else has joined him, for he is most frumpy.
All right. Why did he get kicked out? Understand he's odd. What did he do?
I want to trade with the gnome companies and the known enterprises.
Good.
Are they compatible with your empire?
Wonderful. So you'll go and do this thing for me?
Sure.
For a nice and hefty fee?
Nice and hefty.
500
nice and
pieces
hefty,
of gold will be yours, all told.
How many?
500 pieces of gold, all told?
They're 100 each.
All right. I guess.
Wonderful. Splendid.
I don't know what's going on, but I'm almost in my high, so I'll be with you guys in a sec.
We're going to Footmire Marsh. There's lots of stuff there.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure I'll understand soon.
It's this one place next to the mountain.
Cool.
Yep, and there you'll find the gnome. That's where he's made his home.
What did he make his home out of?
I don't know,
Probably
but
like
I'm
something
sure investigation for you it will show.
How do you spell his name?
Whose name?
The gnome.
Oh, that game. Spelling is not my strong suit here.
But then what
Manual
is his
creation is really not where my it's not where my brain is near. But his name is Pulley Wooly.
Yeah, I'll just. Is that
I'm
with
sold.
is Wooly with an O or an U?
I don't fucking
Yeah,
know how to
you
spell
don't-
his name, man.
Well, yeah, but
Who cares about spelling? Spelling's not important. I don't write manuals.
Just write it down.
We'll refer to the wiki for the spelling later.
Yeah.
The gnome is clearly agitated as he stops his rhyming scheme.
Yeah, the name that's agitated.
Yeah. I love gnomes. How could I ever get rid of these creatures? When they work, they're beautiful. You know, when you can actually successfully do them, love them.
You mean just continuously asking gnomes questions will eventually get you? What do you mean?
I don't know. I just
Well, Neal just.
Life is good.
I'm not saying spoilers here, but he's got a quest lead that could lead back to Gnome on one of the official shows. I'm like, why do you do this to yourself, Neal?
I mean, to be fair, we've been to Gnome with the boats guides, and that was probably my favorite episode. We got Neal to talk about boats and rhyme and gnome in the same episode.
Oh, that was impressive. That episode,
man.
when Neal was talking specifics about boats and rhyming at the same time. He was keeping up with it.
I do my best.
So, anyways.
So we're going to Footmire Marsh, finding a gnome, Pulley Wooly.
Mm-hmm.
It's a big place. So, do you know what end of the marsh?
That big? It's.
It's a few
I guess it's like
miles,
9 miles by 4 miles. Okay, it's kind of big, but 9 by 3.
Yes.
Well, if I know Pulley Wooly, which I do, making his home at the foot of the mountain is where there's the least goo. There's also high levels of mineral deposits in the hills. I expect that's where he'll make his house and keep his bills.
Anything else you want us to do while we're there?
Find his notebook, destroy his inventions if you can. But if you can't, it's not a big deal, man.
You want me to destroy knowledge?
Not knowledge, but abomination?
So if he wrote down what he did in his notebook and drew up any blueprints or anything like that, you're not destroying knowledge, you're destroying what he created. You didn't actually destroy the knowledge itself because it's in there.
He nods his head
dibs.
enthusiastically.
Okay, I'll accept that. It's just, I couldn't help if this was a mission involving destroying knowledge.
Just abominations.
What, can we like talk to the abomination and just chill out, bro?
We'll find out.
Well, that's what happened
I'll let you
with
be
the
the first
Gnomish
one.
Nation.
Cool, dude.
There's a reason he was
talking.
kicked out and hit upon his snout.
You hit him, dude?
Not
No
me.
wonder he's mad.
I wasn't at home. I haven't been to the. It's been some time since I've been to the mighty nation of Gnome.
We're going to Gnome?
No, you're
No,
not
we're
going
not.
to Gnome.
We're gonna Gnome? I've
You're
never been.
You're not
No,
going to my
we're
home.
not
You're
going-
going to Footmire.
I'm not fucking going back there if I can help it.
That's where you will kill the abomination sire.
I've never heard of an abomination, sire.
Have you seen your mom?
Yeah.
Wow.
Why?
Are you trying us to help you or not?
Abomination sire. Is that like a king abomination? Is that how that works?
To be among great minds again.
Oh, thanks, man. That's such a compliment.
I'll give you your gold when you come home. Find me, I'll be over there. I'm the only one in town who's a gnome. He
What about
wanders
jeweler?
off out of the bar, feeling
Sparkles, the jeweler in town's also a gnome.
he does not hear you.
Fun
and
fact, he's
leads
not the
out.
only gnome in town. I'd say on average there are approximately 4 gnomes in town at any given time.
Yeah, man. Like
The other 3 hanging out around here.
he said, among great minds, but I don't think he's on our level, guys.
Wasn't he trying to date Jules? I mean, no, she's gone now? Retcon? Yeah.
It's not a retcon if they leave. It's only
No,
a
nothing
retcon if they were
changes.
never here.
I said
Nothing
retcon.
changes.
Oh, I thought you said retcon. Never mind.
Fair enough.
Or maybe this takes place before she ever arrives. Who knows? The time in Shenanigans is very Doctor Who. But you guys can gather whatever supplies you need and set off whenever you're ready.
Neal, do you mind pulling up the map? Where are we actually going?
It's a swamp next to the mountain.
Next to the mountain.
The mountain.
The Rock
You know,
Mountain, I
Mount
think.
Wick.
Oh,
Oh,
that
Footmire.
mountain.
Yep. You should be familiar with that.
I mean, I've gone past it.
The rock
That's where
went
the
there.
rock died. He died to a purple worm.
No, I didn't die to a purple worm. I died to a will-o-wisp.
He killed the worm.
I was trying to make it
Jules.
sound more dramatic and epic for the people who might have
So-
missed the death.
Episode 98, people.
The thing
You
about
know.
that fight is it was made significantly easier because Big Bad Kane and I were inside the purple worm doing massive damage. Oh, wait,
As
no,
you
it
were
wasn't
slowly
Big
being digested.
Bad. As we were slowly being digested. Get out, and there's a will-o-wisp there, and it's like,
Yep.
um,
And it fed on your fear.
You should have went inside the Will-o'-the-Wisp, too.
He did.
yes, I should have, especially considering I had to roll. I was swinging with a +10, and I had to roll a 16 or better to hit it. So that was rough.
Nice.
Big Bad Kane's fate was interesting. I mean, he might show up another show because he likes a certain vampire nowadays.
So, what are we doing here?
I'll get some supplies and load them on my horse.
All right, dude. I'm gonna not bring all of the mushrooms this time, if that's all right with you, dude.
Yeah, whatever.
Cool, dude.
What are we trying to bring?
Just some food to get there and back.
Oh, yeah, that's. I mean, you can scrounge it on your way there. Find a rat, shoot it, eat it.
Yeah,
Free food.
So I'm I don't really eat cobalt delicacies.
Oh,
It
yeah,
doesn't taste good. It's edible.
Yeah, and does anyone fight with a staff though?
No.
Cool.
I
Good
fight with
times.
my
Yeah.
fantastic glaive.
Nice. All right.
It's
Cool.
just this +1 staff. These.
You don't know my inventory.
No.
That was a +2. So
It
just a
was there last
+1?
week. You had it last week, and yeah, it was +2. You had it during the dog episode too.
Leave my character autonomy to myself, okay?
I was there. Anyway, I'll grab supplies. Here.
All right.
Anyone else doing anything?
Anyone need buy your supplies now? You know where the goods are held on documents.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna buy some dry
Oh.
rations.
You're expecting Shenanigans to prepare. Oh. Okay.
Shit.
Or not, your call. You don't have to prepare. I am very happy with whatever solution you deem appropriate.
How long of a journey is this? If I actually have to supplies and shit.
It's 36 miles to here. It depends on where you want to go. So it could easily be 40 miles to the easy access point, or you could cut across
approximately
here or here. Yeah, it's
Around
about a
3 days
40-mile
there.
journey.
2 to 3 days there.
2-3
Yeah.
days. Okay.
And then
Fine,
who
I'll
knows
keep
how
buying
long in the swamp,
rations.
and then 2 to 3 days back.
I can put a little bit of load on my horse with some supplies, but not too much. It's only a riding horse.
I'm quite fantastic with my rations.
Yeah, I'm fine on rations.
All right.
And what do you need besides rations? Who needs tools?
Fishing pole. Everyone wants a fishing pole.
That true?
I've proven on Boomer that fishing is always relevant. All right, don't make me do it again.
How? Yeah, that was weird. I'm not gonna go into it, but yeah.
Every episode, it was useful.
Yeah.
Y'all ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
Off we set on our journey from Berkshire to Footmire. Let's roll for encounters along the way.
Just switch to my armor up.
Oh.
And,
Well, your journey goes fairly easily to start. There's no problems, no monsters. And 2 days later, 2.5 days later, you find yourself at the border of the swamp. You've come down the road. You cross. I guess I should have asked you. Did you want to cross to the swamp over here, or up here? How would you like to approach it?
let's do it from the south, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
from the south.
Yeah. Because the Berg River left would be a stronger flow than the Berg River. Even though they look about the same on the map, though.
Okay. Yeah.
Besides, there's also people at that bridge that cross the Berg River.
Yeah.
So you
feel
will
like
cross the
almost-
bridge. You will walk past the people.
Yeah, the big stone bridge. Yeah.
Love it. Wow. And you find yourself in Footmire, that gross, sticky, stinky swamp at the base of Wicklamdo, the large mountain that the capital is built near. So here you are, the edge of Footmire. There's a creek, the Wiki Run, that you cross. It's more like a river, but there's a nice fording place into this area where all of the muckers would go, those little peasants who live on the edge of the swamp and harvest it for food and herbs and resources. Finding the occasional, sword left in a bog, still in pretty good condition. What are you gonna do? You guys just gonna wander aimlessly through the swamp, shouting for a gnome?
No, we're going to. He's at the base. He said towards the base of the mountain, so maybe circle around the edge of the bog to get to the base of the mountain and go around the edge.
He's a gnome with
that way
crazy.
it's less. We have to go through the swamp less.
You got something, Shaq?
Yeah, he's a gnome with crazy ass gnome inventions. So you want to look for disproportionate amounts of insane destruction, any place where there's like a large blast radius. You're gonna want to just look for broken down shit, because I can guarantee you when it's working perfectly, it doesn't work at all. Trust
This is
me.
all true.
So got to look for stuff like that. So I'd say gouges in trees that they're down, but it wasn't natural. Maybe almost as if it was hit by lightning, except in reverse, like on the side instead of from the top. Stuff like that.
Very wise large raccoon creature.
Yeah, wait, what kind of
you call
inventions do you think it'll have? Like
Large raccoon creature.
Swamp creatures, maybe? Like, could be like a Frankenstein type thing. Where is he getting all the metal?
But the Wicklamdo's right there.
Okay,
But
I guess
all the metal's actually from the Chronic Ridge, so not Chronic, sorry.
I mean, if he doesn't have it metal, it could also easily be made out of wood.
Ooh, interesting.
And unfortunately, if it's all made out of wood, or I guess fortunately, I have a way of dealing with that.
The enslaving Ents, right? Using their tree magic to move
Well, this is
move
a
the
swamp,
inventions.
not a forest, so I'm not sure the tree ants will be here.
That'd be pretty
Swampy
difficult to do.
treants,
Maybe.
enslaved by
Tree ant
gnomes.
robots. Yeah.
A willant? A willow treant?
That's bad. All right, so Neal, we should go towards the edge of the swamp, towards the mountain, and looking for a swath of destruction.
Yeah. So you circle the edge of the Wiki Run. You will pass by many small villages here, housing 100 to maybe 150 people at most. These places are mud brick or adobe huts with reeds keeping the rain out for a roof. Not much in the way of industry here. It's basically just a small collection of houses and maybe like one gathering hall, like one tavern per place.
Yeah.
There will be temples or churches with large steeples and bells. And the folks here, dirty, slimy, darkened fingernails. You can see like the wear and tear of living in this area has aged them quite a bit. There's these sort of like haunted, gaunt looks as you walk through or past these villages. No one comes out to greet you, but you will get a whole bunch of eyes upon you as you walk past or like down the path that leads through the village. Do you want to stop at any of these places, talk to any of these people?
Well, I might check the temple to make sure my god's name's updated there.
Yeah.
You can stop by one of the temples. Yep.
Yeah. Is there a priest there? Or...
There is indeed.
Hey, when you're in there, make sure you ask them if they've seen Gnomish.
Yeah, it sounds like we might like have heard of them or something. Doesn't sound like the quiet kind of dude.
Yeah. Like, I'm just making sure the Dorbath Guam has been updated to Mathis Safa.
Who?
Well,
my god! Mathis Safa.
Oh, yeah.
Sugar daddy.
I knew that.
This symbol.
Yeah, we've been doing that. Yeah.
You step into the temple and you can see that there is recent destruction within here. All of the old statues of all of the deities have been pulled down and lie broken in the ground as one of the nearby, one of the village children is like hauling rubble around and sweeping up the floor. A large collection of loose rocks lays outside the temple as the kid hauls it out bit by bit. It's going to probably take him weeks to do this, and he must be maybe like 4 or 5 days into the project. The only deity that has not been pulled down, it has been placed in the very center of the room, in the middle of the pews, so there's pews before it and behind it. And it is to Seor, the god of crafting, blacksmithing, making, forging. Not forging, but like forging.
Forging.
Like forging in the forge?
Like forging in a forge, not forging with bakes.
Wouldn't it be
forging
that too? Because people are creating things.
Like through a river? Like what we did with that, we forged through the river?
You mean like rooting around for supplies? Whatnot, like
like forging in the forest? It's not like one of those.
Like forging in a forge.
I step away from the party before the lightning hits.
I didn't make that.
If anything, I think I would be at an advantage here. Since I have a great example of craftsmanship.
Mm-hmm.
The priestess sees you as the group approaches the temple. I think Lorebringer is foremost. And she smiles, sees your medallion, and makes a sign of Seor before her in the air and says, "Greetings, brother, father."
I am Mikhail Jacques Lorebringer, paladin of knowledge and wisdom.
Oh. Greetings, your grace. We're just cleaning up the temple.
I wonder what has happened to the other statues. Has calamity struck them?
Certainly. They have been exposed for their weaknesses, and we have brought them low.
Okay, I'll have to execute you.
Excuse me?
You just said the other gods are being brought low, ma'am?
Their statues have been, for they are not deemed worthy. They have never protected us, but Seor the Great, he is the one worthy of our admiration and worship. Have you ever considered changing gods?
No.
You should.
Dude, you're like intense, man. You know what you need? Have you ever heard of the other gods? Because there's like Eris, who's like real tranquil, so you could like craft and then tranquil and then craft and then tranquil, and then have a mushroom, dude.
Eris is a great deceiver. There is no tranquility to be found in life.
Dude, look at me. Do I look stressed, bro?
You look
like
like
you
a
got
man
sticks
who
in
has
your ear.
suffered great and terrible traumas and
Nah,
hides in narcotics to
nah,
avoid his pain and suffering. You
Oh,
look like a
dude.
man tranquil on the outside, troubled within.
He does lie a lot. I think. I think you're right on this deceiver thing.
Mm-hmm.
What? What are you guys talking about?
Stop numbing yourself to the pain of the world, my son.
Dude, okay, you sound like you got some problems. Like, I walk up and I give him a hug, forcefully.
She stands there,
Gee,
accepts your hug, but does not
Okay.
return it.
it's okay. It's okay. And then I step back.
But how can Sayor craft new things without knowledge and wisdom? You'll just be creating things from scratch without forging knowledge and such. You'll be
I will
just-
not try to convert you. It is clear that you are not ready for the truth yet.
Yeah, dude, can you like craft me something that would be like really tranquil?
I shall prepare a coffin for you for your return.
That's what.
Pretty
Doesn't
tranquil.
sound very craftingly. That's
Yeah,
pretty
but it's
basic,
tranquil.
bro.
Do you know what goes into making a coffin? Like, it's not
Yeah. well,
easy.
look.
People spend their life working on that. You don't
Does this
just
guy?
pick up some wood and make a coffin. You can make a box. There's a difference between a box and a coffin.
I wasn't getting the
Hmm.
feeling that this
Agreed.
guy was gonna do an actual.
It's just no one dead in it.
coffin
It's
for
still
me.
just a box.
True. Are you gonna make me a box or a coffin, man?
I do not have time for your shenanigans. Please
Did
move
it!
on
Said
through
the
our
name of the
town.
show.
He said it!
All right, you guys clearly don't know how to get information. Like,
All right. Okay, never mind. What names are the plaque for my god's statue that's been destroyed?
The plaque has been destroyed and removed as well.
Ooh.
Yes.
Now, there have been temples in the past that are dedicated to a primary god, but they don't disrespect the other gods. Like you'll have a temple of Martha, and they'll have other gods.
Are you
represented
telling
there.
me how to practice my religion?
I'm
How
a
to worship
flipping
in my
paladin,
beliefs?
Yes.
Wait, your
Actually,
god
literally
told you
what
to
he does.
destroy the other statues?
Sayo didn't tell them to destroy anything. He's not a god of destruction. That's
Yeah, that sounded weird. That
so is this just like the first village we
That's like
passed?
the opposite of crafting, isn't it?
Yeah, that's like destroying. I feel like you went against your god, bro.
But there's a certain other god.
Who are you
practices
to
destroying
tell
things.
me how to worship?
Hey,
Who
I'm
are
back,
you to come into my town and tell me that I am committing sacrilege?
Dude. Yeah, Mech. I'm a cleric of Eris, bro. That's me. That's who I am, man.
Paladin. You
She shakes her head.
So yeah, like it's
Disappoints
weird that
me.
you're instructing instead of like instructing. Like it
I'll just
rhymes.
talk to
even.
their liege lord later. We'll sort it all out.
Please move on. We have no want for
Yes.
you here.
Yes, let's move on, guys. Let's move
Yeah,
on.
weird.
Oh, but any gnomes nearby?
No, it's fine. We'll
Yeah,
move
you're
on.
right. All right, let's move on.
So once we get away from towns, like, all right, on a scale of 1 to 10, your information gathering is about a 0. So,
Yeah,
Wait, we were
Based
trying to
on what-
gather information.
oh yeah, we're here to
Oh.
gather information. Because if I had to guess, it sounds like this gnome. So think about it. They're worshiping the god of crafting. The gnome might have taken up residence here, gone a little crazy, got kicked out of gnome, and when you get kicked out of gnome, you're pretty fucking nuts. So what's going on? He might be trying to pose as like some big like harbinger, or maybe even the god himself with all of his creations and whatnot. So next time, next city next little hamlet we get to with the temple, I'll do the talking,
all right.
and we'll get some information. You're gonna have to back down on you're gonna have to cool your religious tatas there, and just accept that some people don't like your god or the other gods, because in the end, like, they probably don't actually give a shit because one little town has destroyed all of their shit, when honestly that temple wasn't even that great.
No, it
Like,
wasn't,
mud brick steeples, not very impressive. Sure, sometimes it counts, but these are just a bunch of small fries compared to the bigger stuff we've seen around the world. So
something we could look for is because it seems like this is kind of a new thing that they did like a couple of days ago. We could look for like kind of new construction or new attempts to create better buildings or higher quality things, right? Mm-hmm. That might lead us in the right direction.
Like, dude, you started off real strong and I was following. It sounded real smart, but then like kind of got like lost in shit. But like, are you sure we were trying to information gather there? Because like,
yes. So we don't know.
Do that, I could just mind read them, bro. I didn't know that's what we were doing. I thought we were just chilling.
You didn't think to do that before this all went to the shit?
What?
It's all against nature in town anyway. Towns are an abomination.
Okay. So next time, you're gonna...
You didn't tell me we were information gathering, dude. I thought we were like going to the temple. Like, we're clerics. That's what we do, bro. Well, I'm a cleric. Like, he's a paladin. Like,
okay.
What we do, bro.
All right. It's
maybe
fine.
like you're new to this party, man, but like this is what we do.
I've been doing this for a while.
Cool.
I've been doing this for a long time.
Cool.
See, I can't get browser sound to work at all for a long time.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Not in rolling.
You can tell I've been doing this a while from all the crazy shit I've got on my person. But anyway.
What crazy shit does he have on his person?
He's riding a mechanical dragon.
I'm riding a mechanical dragon.
But that just looked like a dragon to me.
I've got these rollerblades, and I've definitely just like rolled up the side of the wall, onto the ceiling, onto the chandelier a few times, just because I'm bored.
Yes, he has magical roller skates.
Let's see.
Okay.
I've got potions fucking everywhere. I have many magical weapons.
Apparently no pants.
Okay.
No pants. I don't wear pants. Does your dog wear pants? I don't think so.
How about this?
She has, actually.
Maybe we could go find other people, right, and either mind read them or send in Shag, right, because they might respect Shag more, right? You could say, I have a message for Shag for the note or something.
Nah, we're just like wanting to know more, like, hey, when did all this happen? Anyway, that's what we're gonna do. Cleric boy, you're gonna cast your mind read. You're gonna do it standing behind Burgerville over here, and so that way they don't see it, and we're gonna get all sketchy about it, but it's okay.
Who's Burgerville, dude?
I think he references me.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Call me Raccoon, you're Burgerville. Anyway.
Right. It's okay, large raccoon creature.
Raccoon. Is there even any threats here? What if we just go in and tell him and interrogate him? Right? He's clearly not a good person, right? We don't have to kill him, but
covering information.
We don't have
Never underestimate.
We could make Box Coffin then.
Oh, he said he could make a coffin for us. You could just ask him to do it, man.
Her.
Yep.
Just gather information, please.
All right. So I'm gonna ask questions. You're gonna read their mind while doing this.
Why do you have to ask the questions, man?
Leading questions. So if you're gonna read their mind, you want them to be thinking down that path, and they may not reveal everything.
Mind read, I think, is stronger than ESP, by the way. I think it's more than surface thoughts, but
it's
click it
also.
Just put it in.
I can click it, yeah.
As a wizard, I don't know exactly how that spell works, so.
Fair.
So I think it's ESP. Anyway, so yeah, leading questions, make them think about that so you can get what they're thinking about, any sort of in-depth information that we don't get from the conversation.
Yeah, we could do that. Oh, and like, I know you're like all the things you do and stuff, but like, I just want to let you know that I'm not like I'm a cleric, not a god, so I can't do this like all the time. Right? I can do this like once right now or something, bro. Like, if I sleep, I could keep doing it though.
No, I understand how spells work.
You just seem to like expect a lot of me, man, and like I feel like you're angry at me or something when like I'm just trying to like chill with my bros and stuff. Like,
I'm not angry, just frustrated.
Cool. All right. So what are we doing, man?
All right. Excellent. We're going to go next town. We're going to go there. And we're going to ask questions. We're going to get some information. We're going to go shit on this noob. And then we're going to get some payday. And we're going to have a blast back at Shenanigans.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Sounds like a good plan.
Yes.
Cool. Do you want to like chill first?
I think we should get going. I think he'll come with.
All right.
Yes.
You guys can make your way out of the first village, down the, or I guess up the creek, up the Wiki Run, and pass through another village. You guys cool? Or are you just gonna pass on through?
Oh, no, we're going
It's got another temple or something.
Yeah, there's a small temple here.
Sweet. So yeah, we'll go in. We'll go in just like see. I assume it's the same sort of deal. Like,
Well, we'll find out what sort of deal it is on the other side of our break. We'll
Okay.
come back with a little more shenanigans.
And we're
soon.
dead.